Welcome to BookBuzz Reviews and Summaries. Imagine a life where money is no longer a source of stress in your relationship. A life where you and your partner don't argue over spending, budgeting, or financial goals, but instead feel aligned, empowered, and motivated together as you build the life you both dream of. What if I told you that, with just 10 simple steps, you could create that reality? That the key to your financial freedom isn't about making more money or working harder. It's about working smarter, together, and understanding the true role money plays in your relationship. Welcome to Money for Couples by Ramit Sethi, a book that redefines how you approach finances as a team. Forget about the endless debates over who spends more or the endless stress about whether you're doing enough to save for the future. In this groundbreaking guide, Sethi not only shows you how to stop fighting about money, but also reveals how you can use money to build the life you've always dreamed of together. We all know how important money is, but for couples, it often becomes the elephant in the room, the topic we tiptoe around, hoping it won't cause an argument or push us further apart. Whether you're newlyweds or you've been together for years, chances are that money has sparked tension at some point. But it doesn't have to be that way. Sethi's 10-step plan is designed to help you break free from those old patterns, transforming how you communicate and make financial decisions. What if instead of arguing, you could have open, honest conversations where both of you feel heard, understood, and best of all, excited about what you're building together? Picture this: setting joint financial goals that reflect your deepest values, aligning on spending decisions without resentment, and tackling big financial milestones like buying a home or traveling the world, all while feeling like a united front. Through simple and actionable steps, Money for Couples empowers you to take control of your finances and your relationship. Sethi cuts through the noise, offering clarity on everything from managing debt and credit cards to how to budget together and invest for the future. Whether you're learning how to balance individual desires with joint goals or developing a shared vision for your financial future, this book gives you the tools to unlock true financial harmony. So, ask yourself, what could your life look like if money was no longer a source of stress between you and your partner? What if you could approach your finances with confidence, collaboration, and joy? This book will guide you toward creating a life full of financial freedom, trust, and shared dreams, and it all starts with these 10 transformative steps. Get ready to transform the way you see and manage money in your relationship. The journey to your rich life together starts here. Part 1. Why Money for Couples Matters, laying the foundation for financial harmony. In Part 1 of Money for Couples, Ramit Sethi addresses one of the most common sources of tension in relationships: money. From the day-to-day financial struggles to the long-term anxiety about future goals, money is a topic that many couples find difficult to navigate. But Sethi's approach is different. He doesn't just talk about budgeting or saving. He focuses on understanding the deeper emotional dynamics that shape how partners interact with money. Ramit begins by explaining that money issues often aren't about the numbers at all, they're about what those numbers represent. For many couples, discussions about money are loaded with emotions, past experiences, and individual values. The key to building a strong financial relationship, Sethi argues, isn't just about agreeing on a number, but about understanding each other's attitudes and feelings about money. Sethi wastes no time in addressing the elephant in the room: the money fights. He acknowledges that every couple has had those frustrating conversations, whether it's about who spends too much, who's too tight with their money, or whether they'll ever be able to afford that dream vacation. These fights often come from a place of miscommunication or a lack of shared financial goals. But Ramit suggests that this doesn't need to be the case. Money can be a tool for building connection, security, and happiness, as long as both partners are on the same page. Why money stress is so common in relationships. In this section, Sethi dives deep into why money is such a common point of stress for couples. According to him, it's not because we're bad with money, though that might be a factor. It's because most people don't grow up learning how to talk about finances in a healthy, productive way. Many people come into relationships with different money habits that stem from childhood or past experiences. Some might have grown up with scarcity, where every penny was counted, while others may have had a more carefree attitude toward spending. These varying mindsets, when left unaddressed, often cause tension. What's even more complicated is that money can be tied to self-worth and power dynamics. Ramit explains that for many, financial independence or control over money can make one partner feel more secure and valued. For others, financial dependence can create a sense of insecurity. Sethi suggests that it's vital for couples to recognize how their financial perspectives shape their behavior and to acknowledge that these are not just money problems, but deep-rooted emotional ones. The power of a unified financial vision. Sethi introduces the idea of creating a shared financial vision, a crucial element that will allow couples to come together rather than drift apart when it comes to money. He encourages couples to ask themselves fundamental questions like, what does financial freedom look like for both of us? What are the things we value most? Security, experiences, family, freedom? How can we align our finances with those values? Rather than getting bogged down in the practicalities of budgeting and saving at first, Ramit advocates for focusing on the why behind the money. This sets the stage for the more practical steps that will come later in the book. By sharing their dreams and fears about money, partners can begin to understand each other's motivations, which helps them develop a stronger, more empathetic relationship to their finances. Money becomes a way to build a rich life together, not just something to fight over. Understanding your money mindsets. A pivotal moment in Part 1 is when Sethi explores the concept of money mindsets, the subconscious beliefs and patterns that influence how we view and manage money. He introduces the idea that every couple consists of two individuals, each with their own history, values, and perspectives on money. Some people are naturally more risk-averse, others more adventurous. These money mindsets influence everything from the way we save to how we talk about big purchases. Ramit emphasizes that understanding your partner's mindset is critical to eliminating tension and finding common ground. For example, one partner might see savings as security, while the other might view it as a missed opportunity for investment. Understanding these differences is the first step toward resolution. Sethi also highlights how our family backgrounds can shape our financial behaviors. A partner who grew up in a family that was constantly in debt may have a deep-seated fear of spending money, while a partner from a more affluent background might see money as a tool for freedom and enjoyment. These differences aren't inherently good or bad, but they are significant. When partners can understand the root causes of their own and each other's attitudes toward money, they can begin to bridge the gap and move forward with a clearer, more unified perspective. Taking the first step. Stop fighting over money. After laying out the emotional and psychological groundwork in Part 1, Sethi transitions into offering practical advice. But the first, most important piece of advice he gives is to stop fighting over money. As simple as that sounds, it's a revolutionary shift for many couples. Rather than focusing on the financial transactions, Sethi encourages couples to focus on the conversation itself. Couples should create an environment where they can openly discuss their financial goals, concerns, and dreams without fear of judgment or criticism. Ramit stresses that these conversations should be ongoing, not just one-time, stressful talks about big financial decisions. He suggests creating a weekly or monthly money date, where partners can check in on their finances, track progress, and make adjustments as needed. These meetings, Ramit explains, can help couples feel more in control and empowered, turning finances from a source of stress into an opportunity for teamwork and alignment. Start with the big picture, your rich life. A key concept Ramit discusses is the idea of a rich life. Unlike a traditional view of wealth that might prioritize things like expensive cars or lavish vacations, Ramit encourages couples to think about what they truly value in life and then align their finances with those values. For some, a rich life might mean a comfortable home, the freedom to travel, or the ability to give back to their community. By focusing on these long-term, values-based goals, couples can build a financial plan that feels purposeful and fulfilling, rather than just focusing on short-term worries about bills and expenses. Sethi emphasizes that everyone's version of a rich life is different, and that's okay. The key is to have the conversation with your partner and to come to a mutual understanding of what you both want. Once that's clear, the money management can follow more naturally. Conclusion of Part 1. Laying the groundwork. Part 1 of Money for Couples provides a powerful foundation for readers to shift their relationship with money from a source of tension to one of teamwork. Sethi shows that understanding each other's emotional connection to money, setting a unified vision for the future, and learning to communicate openly and honestly are the keys to creating a rich life together. Rather than treating money as something to fight about or avoid, couples should embrace it as a tool for building their dreams. With these first steps, Sethi sets the stage for the 10-step plan that will follow in the next sections of the book. But it all starts with this shift in perspective. Money doesn't have to divide couples. It can unite them in their journey to financial freedom and fulfillment. Part 2. Building your rich life together, taking action with the 10-step plan. After laying the emotional and psychological groundwork in Part 1, where Ramit Sethi focused on understanding each other's values, money mindsets, and the importance of open communication, Part 2 shifts the focus to practical strategies. This section introduces the 10-step plan that will help couples move from financial stress and disagreement to building a shared vision of financial success. The central theme of this part is that financial harmony doesn't just come from talking about money. It comes from taking intentional actions to align your spending, saving, and investing with your long-term goals. Sethi's strategy doesn't rely on rigid budgets or restrictive financial rules. Instead, he emphasizes a more personalized, values-driven approach to money management that can help couples truly feel in control of their financial future. Step 1. Start with your rich life, identifying what you want together. The first step in the 10-step plan is an exercise in defining your rich life. As Sethi explains, many people have a vague notion of what wealth means, usually linked to a comfortable life, fewer financial worries, or the ability to do things they enjoy. But what does it really mean for you and your partner? Is it traveling the world, living in a dream home, starting a family, or perhaps something else entirely? This step requires couples to have an open conversation about their dreams and desires, not just individually, but together. What do you want your life to look like in 5, 10, or 20 years? What would you do with financial freedom? How would you spend your time, money, and energy if you didn't have to worry about finances? The exercise involves writing down your shared vision and then considering the practicalities of how you can work towards it. Sethi emphasizes that your rich life should reflect both partners' values, and it should go beyond just accumulating wealth. It's about building a life, one that both of you can enjoy together, without constantly feeling stressed or held back by financial limitations. Step 2. Talk about money. The weekly money dates. Once you've defined your shared vision, it's time to create a system for regular financial check-ins. Step 2 is all about making money conversations a routine part of your life, rather than waiting until a financial crisis arises. Sethi suggests the concept of the weekly money date, which is a dedicated time when both partners sit down and discuss their financial situation. During this time, you review your current financial status, discuss any changes in your goals, and check in on your progress toward achieving your rich life. These weekly meetings should be non-judgmental and open, where both partners feel safe to express their thoughts, concerns, and successes. Sethi stresses that these money dates are not about criticism, but about collaboration. The goal is to create a shared understanding of where you are financially and what adjustments might need to be made to stay on track. Over time, these check-ins will help you both feel more empowered and in control of your finances. Step 3. Get on the same page about spending. One of the most common sources of financial conflict between couples is spending. Often, one partner is more inclined to save, while the other is more focused on enjoying the present moment. This mismatch can lead to resentment, guilt, and confusion. Sethi's advice in step 3 is to start with shared spending values. To do this, each partner should create a personal list of non-negotiable expenses, the things that are really important to them, such as hobbies, experiences, or specific comfort items. Then, as a couple, you compare those lists and find where they align. This shared understanding can help prevent arguments and help you both get on the same page about where your money is going. Sethi also encourages couples to create a spending plan that reflects both of your needs and priorities. Rather than creating restrictive budgets that leave both partners feeling deprived, this step encourages you to focus on what you can afford to spend, while still staying true to your shared financial goals. Step 4. Automate your finances, setting up systems that work for you. Step 4 is all about eliminating manual tasks and inefficiencies in managing your money. Sethi encourages couples to automate their finances as much as possible. By setting up automatic transfers to savings accounts, retirement funds, and investment accounts, you can reduce the temptation to spend and ensure that you're consistently saving and investing for your future. Sethi's key advice here is to automate payments for all bills and savings goals, ensuring that your money works for you without you needing to micromanage it. This will help eliminate the mental burden of managing finances on a daily basis and will also help couples avoid late fees or missed payments. Automation also reduces the chance for arguments about money because everything is done behind the scenes. Both partners can know that their obligations are being met without needing to go over the numbers every month. Step 5. Invest for your future. Building wealth together. In Step 5, Sethi turns the focus to investing. After building a solid foundation of savings and making sure that both partners are on the same page about their spending, it's time to think about growing your wealth. Sethi's approach to investing is straightforward and accessible. He doesn't believe in overwhelming couples with complex financial jargon or investment strategies. Instead, he encourages simple, long-term investment vehicles such as low-cost index funds, which are a great way to ensure that your money is growing over time. By discussing your investment goals together, you and your partner can decide on a strategy that aligns with your shared vision of the future. Whether you're saving for retirement, your children's education, or your next vacation, having a plan for investing can make achieving your financial goals feel more attainable and secure. Step 6. Have the hard conversations, discussing debt and other financial burdens. Step 6 is about tackling the elephant in the room: debt. Whether it's student loans, credit card debt, or a mortgage, debt can be a major source of stress in any relationship. Ramit Sethi stresses that honesty and openness are key when it comes to debt. If one or both partners have significant debt, it's important to face it together and come up with a plan to manage it. Ramit advises couples to have candid discussions about the total amount of debt they're dealing with, how it affects their financial goals, and the best way to pay it off. These conversations are never easy, but by coming together as a team, you can develop a strategy that works for both of you. Whether it's paying off high-interest debt first, refinancing loans, or focusing on one debt at a time, it's important to have a plan in place. The idea is not to let debt control your lives or your relationship, but rather to approach it as a challenge that you can overcome together. Step 7. Protect your wealth, insurance, wills, and legacy planning. In Step 7, Sethi introduces the idea of protecting your wealth. While most couples focus on growing their wealth, it's equally important to think about protecting it in case of unexpected events. This includes ensuring that you have the right types of insurance, creating wills, and thinking about your legacy. Sethi emphasizes the importance of life insurance, health insurance, and disability insurance as a way to protect both your finances and your family's well-being. He also encourages couples to create a will and think about how they want to pass down their assets in the event of an emergency. Legacy planning is about leaving behind not just money, but also the values and lessons that can guide future generations. Step 8. Embrace financial freedom, enjoying the journey together. Sethi wraps up Part 2 with an important reminder. The purpose of all these steps is to create financial freedom. Financial freedom isn't just about having more money. It's about having the peace of mind to live your life with fewer worries and more opportunities. By building a plan together, focusing on your shared goals and aligning your finances with your values. You and your partner can enjoy a rich life, full of possibilities. Sethi encourages couples to celebrate their progress and embrace the freedom that comes with financial security. When you feel in control of your finances, you can truly start living the life you've always dreamed of without constantly being stressed about money. Part 3. Mastering your money and securing your future together. Having laid the foundation in Part 1, emphasizing the importance of emotional understanding and communication, and put the strategies into practice with actionable steps in Part 2, Part 3 focuses on mastering the systems you've put in place and ensuring that you and your partner are on track to achieve your financial goals while enjoying the process. It's a continuation of deepening your financial relationship as a couple, but also elevating it to a place of ease, consistency, and long-term growth. Sethi's advice in this section isn't just about mastering numbers. It's about building confidence and feeling empowered as a couple. It's about ensuring that you've made wise, thoughtful decisions about your finances while keeping in mind that life is unpredictable and it's important to stay adaptable. Step 9. Protect your partner, your family, and your future. In Step 9, Sethi introduces the concept of financial security and protection, which may sound like something far off in the future, but it's an essential part of securing your wealth and life as a couple. As much as we'd like to plan for the best, life often throws unexpected challenges and risks our way. The goal of this step is to ensure that if the unexpected happens, both partners and their loved ones are well protected. A major element of this strategy involves having the right insurance coverage. Sethi stresses that many couples fail to address the importance of proper insurance, thinking it's something they can deal with later. However, he suggests looking at all the necessary areas: life insurance, disability insurance, health insurance, and homeowners or renters insurance. These aren't just nice-to-haves. They're foundational elements of a stable financial future. They ensure that both partners can continue to live their rich life even in the face of challenges like injury, illness, or the unexpected passing of a spouse. Sethi also encourages couples to take a proactive approach to financial protection. This could mean regularly reviewing your insurance policies, adjusting coverage amounts as life changes, and creating a will to determine how your assets will be distributed upon death. Creating a legacy that honors your wishes is vital to ensuring your family's security. Step 10. Embrace the wealth mindset, growing and evolving together. Step 10 is about shifting your mindset to embrace a long-term, growth-oriented view of wealth. In many relationships, one partner might be more financially driven than the other, or one might be more resistant to changes in their financial habits. Sethi urges couples to evolve together by developing a shared wealth mindset that involves thinking long-term, making intentional decisions, and adapting to life's changing circumstances. A wealth mindset isn't about focusing on money alone. It's about understanding the role that money plays in your relationship, your future, and your personal growth. This mindset involves cultivating habits that ensure both partners are working toward the same financial goals while being comfortable with making adjustments as needed. It's about continually educating yourselves on how to grow your wealth, whether that's through learning more about investing, improving your careers, or understanding how taxes and other elements of the financial world work. Additionally, Sethi emphasizes the need for adaptability in building wealth as a couple. Life doesn't always go as planned, and unexpected opportunities or setbacks can arise. A healthy wealth mindset involves adapting to change, being open to new ideas, and being committed to lifelong learning about money management. The idea is to be proactive rather than reactive, always positioning yourselves to take advantage of new opportunities while minimizing risks. Making your money work for you, the power of investments. While Part 2 focused on the basics of automating finances and putting systems in place, Part 3 dives deeper into investing as a major strategy for growing wealth over time. After establishing a strong foundation, automating your savings, and discussing your shared financial goals, it's time to embrace more advanced wealth-building strategies. Sethi introduces the idea of investing with intention, emphasizing that investing is one of the most effective ways to ensure your wealth continues to grow passively. For many couples, investing can be intimidating or overwhelming. However, Sethi simplifies the process and encourages couples to focus on low-cost, diversified investments like index funds or ETFs, exchange-traded funds. These are less risky and don't require a lot of active management, which is perfect for couples who are new to the investment world. The goal here is to create a balanced investment portfolio that reflects your risk tolerance, timeline, and financial goals. Whether you're planning for retirement, buying a second home, or paying for your children's education, investing is a key step in ensuring your financial future is secure. Sethi also encourages couples to have ongoing conversations about how much risk they're willing to take on and to adjust their investments over time as their needs and goals evolve. The emotional side of money, managing fears and stress together. Throughout Part 3, Sethi emphasizes the emotional side of money as an important factor that couples must address to have long-term success. While much of this book is about practical tools and strategies, Sethi consistently stresses that money doesn't exist in a vacuum. Emotions play a significant role in how we approach and manage finances. In this section, Sethi offers advice on managing financial stress and navigating difficult financial discussions. He emphasizes that it's natural for people to feel anxious or fearful when discussing money, especially if one partner feels insecure about their financial situation or if one person tends to dominate the decision-making process. The key to managing these emotions is creating a safe and supportive space for both partners to express their concerns, worries, and aspirations. Open communication, empathy, and understanding are essential for couples to move forward together, especially when financial challenges arise. The idea is to move away from judgment and toward a mindset of collaboration. Thanks for listening. Please like, subscribe, and click the bell icon to get new video updates. Happy learning!